An African bull elephant approaches you in distress. Do you run for cover or leap into action to help it? If you're a veterinarian with the Aware Trust in Africa's Mana Pools National Park, the answer's obvious. This is the story of Pretty Boy, who encountered both the worst and the best of humanity deep in the heart of the African continent. Hit that like button to help this video reach 10K likes and subscribe right now. Welcome to Wonderbot Animals. African elephants, the largest land mammals on Earth, have long captivated our imagination with their immense size, intelligence, and social complexity. Unfortunately, their conservation status paints a grim picture. The principal menace to their survival is poaching, driven by the illegal ivory trade. Poachers relentlessly target these gentle giants for their ivory tusks, a lucrative commodity on the black market. The consequences of poaching are devastating, leading to a rapid decline in elephant populations. In some regions, poaching has reached epidemic proportions, with alarming statistics revealing that one elephant is killed every 15 minutes for its ivory. This brutal practice not only endangers the survival of African elephants, but also disrupts their intricate social structures and ecosystems, leaving a profound and lasting impact on these iconic creatures and the natural world they inhabit. Efforts to combat poaching and protect these majestic beings are crucial to ensuring that future generations can marvel at the awe-inspiring presence of African elephants in the wild. In the sweltering summer of 2016, two compassionate veterinarians embarked on a mission in Zimbabwe's scorching Mana Pools National Park. Dr. Keith Dutlow and Dr. Lisa Marabini from the Aware Trust, an African animal charity, had just finished tending to one wounded elephant. Now they were on a quest to locate two more injured elephants who had been reported to them. Little did they know, this day would unfold with a mixture of heartache and hope as they encountered Pretty Boy, an elephant who had become a symbol of survival against all odds. On that fateful day, Pretty Boy's story began with a social media message. Concerned citizens had alerted Dr. Dutlow and Dr. Marabini through Facebook about an elephant with a shoulder wound. Working in collaboration with the Kariba Animal Welfare Fund Trust, the Aware Vets secured permission to tranquilize and treat Pretty Boy. Fortune smiled upon them that day as they didn't have to wait long. They were approached by a bull elephant. But rather than feeling apprehensive, the vets were calm. This bull elephant was unusually tranquil, showing absolutely no signs of aggression as it approached. However, the vets' relief quickly turned to concern as they noticed a gaping hole in the elephant's forehead. Regardless of Pretty Boy's identity, the vets were determined to help him, as the wound seemed to cause him immense distress. Tranquilizing an elephant is a delicate operation, and the Aware Vets needed to ensure Pretty Boy's safety during the process. After carefully planning their approach, they managed to successfully sedate him without complications. With the animal safely asleep, they could embark on a grim journey to uncover the truth behind his injuries. Was it an encounter with another elephant that led to his injuries? An unfortunate accident? An X-ray revealed a shocking discovery. A bullet lodged deep within Pretty Boy's skull. It was clear that this gentle giant had encountered a poacher's wrath. The poacher was either inexperienced, poorly equipped, or simply malicious, as the bullet was of insufficient caliber to kill an animal of Pretty Boy's size. Instead, it had fractured his skull, causing a near-fatal infection. Pieces of bone had entered the elephant's considerable sinuses, resulting in complications and irritation breathing. Though Pretty Boy had survived his encounter, he was in a terrible state. With Pretty Boy sedated, the veterinarians began their meticulous work. Dr. Dutlow gingerly probed the wound, extracting bone fragments from the elephant's sinuses. Despite their best efforts, the elusive bullet remained hidden, trapped within Pretty Boy's skull. Though the situation was dire, the vets remained resolute. They flushed the wound and applied antiseptic, then patched the wound as best they could. From there, they watched intently for signs of improvement. After an anxious hour, they observed a drop in Pretty Boy's breathing and blood pressure, signaling it was time to wake him up. Reviving an elephant after tranquilization is no small task. The team administered an antidote, unsure of how Pretty Boy would react once awakened. A confused, injured bull elephant could be a serious problem, and they needed to be prepared. Returning to the sedated Pretty Boy later that day, the team was a mix of relief and trepidation. He was recovering well from his injury and the surgery itself. Although still groggy and disoriented, he was in better shape than when they had first encountered him. Pretty Boy pressed his head against a tree, trying to numb the pain. The vets felt a pang of guilt for the hurt their surgery had caused, but they were comforted by the fact that this pain would be temporary. As Pretty Boy remained under observation, they watched his strength return bit by bit. To everyone's relief, and despite the odds, Pretty Boy had endured. His recovery was a testament to the remarkable strength and fortitude of these majestic creatures. Pretty Boy's story highlights not just the terrible reality of poaching, but the truly remarkable empathy and humanity of the Aware Trust and individuals like Dr. Keith Dutlow and Dr. Lisa Marabini. In a world where poaching continues to threaten the very existence of African elephants, these brave vets stand as a beacon of hope. Pretty Boy had encountered the very worst of people and the very best. Unfortunately for him, the best had won out. In 2011 alone, 1 in every 12 African elephants fell victim to poachers, with a staggering 100,000 slaughtered over a 3-year period. The work of organizations like the Aware Trust aims to reduce these grim statistics and safeguard the future of elephants like Pretty Boy. Now, while Pretty Boy would have undoubtedly preferred to avoid the poacher's bullet altogether, he emerged as one of the luckiest elephants on the continent. His survival serves as a symbol of resilience and a reminder of the urgent need to protect these majestic creatures. The Aware Trust stands as a beacon of hope for wildlife and habitat conservation in Zimbabwe. Founded on the principles of veterinary care and education, this unique organization, staffed by dedicated veterinarians, strives to protect the country's wildlife and empower local communities. Zimbabwe, like many African nations, faces a grave threat from poaching, a menace that jeopardizes the lives of magnificent creatures like Pretty Boy. The Aware Trust's commitment extends beyond wildlife care. They also run an animal welfare program called Awareness, aimed at educating rural communities about animal health and welfare. This critical initiative not only helps communities care for their animals, but also instills an early appreciation for wildlife, discouraging future generations from turning to poaching. The story of Pretty Boy, the wounded elephant who pleaded for help, tugs at our heartstrings. It is a narrative of courage, compassion, and unwavering dedication to the preservation of Africa's natural treasures. As we reflect on Pretty Boy's harrowing journey, we must remember that his story is but one thread in the larger tapestry of wildlife conservation. The tireless efforts of organizations like the Aware Trust, supported by dedicated individuals, offer a glimmer of hope in the battle against poaching. Pretty Boy's survival is a testament to the indomitable spirit of these majestic creatures and the enduring commitment of those who work tirelessly to protect them. Through education, awareness, and relentless action, we can ensure that more elephants like Pretty Boy continue to roam freely in the wild, their future secured, and their stories celebrated. If you found this story inspiring, please make sure to share it with your friends and family. Together, we can make a difference and ensure a brighter future for the magnificent wildlife of Africa. Thank you for joining us on this remarkable journey of resilience and hope. Remember to like this video to help us reach 10,000 likes, and make sure to subscribe to Wonderbot Animals. See you next time.